you wouldn't necessarily on the surface think that Cameron is a competitor. Like he kind of has his.
I actually do think that because me and Pat, we've talked about this before. Me and Pat have almost zero competitiveness in our bodies at all. We are so comfortable being losers who lose at stuff.
Yeah.
It's water off my back. I don't care. But I think Cameron, maybe he's not even that competitive, but me and Pat are so resigned to just losing in everything that we do that it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
He's Michael Jordan.
I definitely see that in Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick doesn't care if he wins or loses.
I just like yelling at you. I don't actually care that much if I win or lose.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and JoeBox is supposed to be a place where people are comfortable yelling at me.
Yeah.
I think that's a big part of it.
That's, to me, the most fun thing.
Yeah. I think people getting mad at me is kind of going to be the lifeblood of the future of the show.
I think you're don't take this the wrong way. No. I think you are, honestly, one of the great punching bags in the history of anything, of video.
I don't know how I can take that the right way.
Well, I think because you don't, because you roll with it every time. Like, you're willing to engage. If I yell at you about JoeBox, you're willing to engage, but not necessarily fight back.
Yeah.
You sort of just
I'll tell you why you're wrong
defend yourself in a way that is very funny.
Yeah, I think I'm someone who likes to. I'll stand my ground on a.
Yes, that's what it is. That you can't be budged.
But not necessarily. It's not like I'm like scoring points by getting back at it's.
Yeah, there's no return. It's all just this.
Yeah, I'm absorbing.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
Absorb punches.
That's why I think you're so great at it.
Love it. Yeah, I mean,
is that you take it well. It's not that you're so easy to punch.
Yeah, it's hard. It's actually hard to cleverly make fun of me.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
I don't know how you would. It's
tough.
Yeah, because there's not a whole lot. That's why like maybe judgments within JoeBox are what people get mad about is because there's nothing with me on the surface that you could really be like, that's an embarrassing thing.
It's kind of true. It is kind of true.
Yeah.
You're a put together guy. Mm-hmm. You're not just some slob.
Yeah.
It's when you really get to know you that it becomes so easy.
Yeah. I mean, well, so that's it's as we transition into people that I know less and less.
Yeah.
Which hopefully it's not just a gradual decline into no.
You're going to have to open up a little more.
Yeah. And I'm going to also have to somehow let it be known to strangers who are coming in and kind of meeting me.
Yeah. Like, this is part of the game.
We need
contention.
Yeah. We want you to have some contempt for me.
Yes. Yeah.
As sort of the JoeBox.
I think that's what was fun about doing it, me, Cam, and Pat, is that it became very quickly, I think even from the early episodes, us three versus you, more so than it is each of us versus each other.
Yes.
And like there was never a time when I think any of us were like, fuck you, man. And it was all of us. And as soon as one of us was like, fuck you, Joe, the other two, even the guy with two beans turns to you and is like, how dare you?
Yeah. It will be very interesting to see how the hostility exists towards the game or towards me. And
yes, yeah, this is another thing that I said before that got wiped out by our snafu, is that I'm very interested to see in an episode where, or even like, I guess when the three of us aren't there, but specifically even maybe an episode where there's one or two of us instead of all three of us, if it would function like the teacher moving the two kids' desks apart who are making trouble in class, and if we would make us completely docile and
I think
respectful.
There's definitely a version of it that works out that way of moving a kid to a different classroom.
Mm-hmm.
There's also maybe
because you know what you should do? You should do an episode where it's Caleb and then two really old guys.
Well, I want to do JoeBox Jr. and it's Caleb and two little kids.
Okay. Well then, you got to be respectful then.
Well, yeah, you definitely have to.
Yeah. Some things you just can't say around a little kid.
But a little kid crash out. Now that's going viral.
Is it?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Game show host YouTube game show host tortures poor child.
Respectful game show host tortures disrespectful twerp.
Tortures.
As if that's a good thing.
Tortures.
Did I say tortures?
Yes. Because that's what I said. Comedian tortures heckler.
Respectful guy. Tortures.
Tortures disrespectful twerp.
It's so clear who is posting that reel.
Tortures.
Disrespectful twerp.
Yeah.
Now I probably can't do that. I
That's
want to
good.
do that. So
Well, you just definitely put that in a caption of something.
yeah.
Torture. Use the word tortures instead of owns or
Yeah.
destroys.
Yeah. The feeling of doing those rounds and then my quick looks at the footage, there is it feels like you all are in The Amazing Race.
It felt like
It
it
felt
in
like that?
person. Mm-hmm.
What
I'm running. I was the second time, I think, one of them, I was running.
Mm-hmm.
There was once where I saw Pierce open the door. I have never ran that fast in my life.
Yeah.
Ever. And I've been chased before from a car.
What?
In college. It was like I wasn't being chased by it wasn't me getting chased, but I was with the person getting chased. It was like my friend.
Wait,
So basically my friend had a crazy mom and
chased by her mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we were all at our other she was in the car driving to catch us. Catch him, but we were all outside, so it's you all run. You know what I mean?
You were running away from
her in the car.
The mom.
Yes.
But why?
I think he had weed in his backpack and she was also crazy and I think she just wanted attention from him. She just wanted him to be in the car.
How old were you?
We were in college.
Okay.
Yeah. And
chased.
Is that not the definition?
Well, no. It's more just
chased.
That's never been I've never heard someone say that I have been chased before.
I have been chased before, and it wasn't. I mean, she was stopping and trying to talk to all of us.
But
you know
did you get what was the result? What was the end of the chasing?
I think she eventually caught up to him, and then.
Well, yeah, she was in a car.
Yeah.
And you were running.
And I think we hid the backpack, and either way, I wasn't gonna get in trouble. You know what I mean? We were at my other friend's house, Also, at this point, the entirety of my being, I was we're all adults.
Yeah.
I'm why the fuck are we being chased by someone's mom?
Well, what I'll say with no info is if you're in college, I think it's kind of, and your mom is showing up and chasing you, I think it's kind of on you to be hey, mom, and talk to your mom about it and not be come on, guys.
Yeah.
Let's go run away.
I think she was saying she was going to call the cops on us because she thought, now that I'm remembering it, she was I'm going to call the cops on you. Let me see your backpack. I know there's weed in it. And at the time, weed was illegal.
Yeah.
And so.
In Zona, they don't play about that.
They don't play about it. But they were also one of the first to legalize, I think. Now it's everywhere.
Got it.
So it's kind of funny how much they fought. Because if you got caught with it, it was damn.
Yeah, you'd get in
But
trouble.
now it's fully legal.
Yeah, and now it's not as much fun. It lost its luster once they made it.
I can't really smoke weed, so it's
yeah.
But yeah, so she was gonna say. So I think that was the stakes. That's why we were running, is because it's the cops could be called.
Yes.
And none of us wanted that. And he did have weed in his backpack, so it's okay.
Or I would say you throw it in a bush.
I think that's what happened. But then she knew. She was completely locked into.
Yeah.
But whatever. We all made it. He's a doctor now, so it doesn't really.
And probably is giving people weed to treat ailments.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So your experience being chased in the past did not help you in these.
No, I don't think. I think
rounds.
I ran faster this time around.
You did run faster
than being chased. Yeah.
There's a nice. I mean, we were talking about it earlier, but we were debating about it when we were doing the office setup. But the disagreement was over whether
No, okay. Let me paint the whole picture of how we arrived at it.
Yeah, that's good.
Sam was saying he will sometimes take a poop
Yes.
and then look into the toilet and imagine what it would be like to pick up the log and what it would feel like.
Curious about what it would feel like.
Curious about what it would feel like. And I was like, yeah, I feel that. I think I would be curious too about what that would feel like.
Yes.
You said you were not curious.
Yes, I have no interest.
You have no interest, which obviously neither me nor Sam has any interest in picking up our poop.
Yes.
It's a curiosity, a wondering, an idle wondering when you see the poop. I was trying to, and this disconnect, I was thinking, I don't think that Joe's definition of curiosity is the same as my definition of curiosity.
Yeah.
Because what you said something about like, I don't walk around all day wondering what poop feels like. And I was like, well, I don't either. That doesn't mean I'm not curious about it. Yeah. So then I was like, for example, aren't you curious about like what happens after you die? And you said, no, you're not curious, which is psycho.
No.
What are you talking about? How is it possible to not be curious? And this is where I think that Joe just doesn't know what curious means.
I do know what curious means. I think that it lands in the same. I think that this preface of determinism lead in. I in my mind, I feel like no matter what does happen when I die, it's the thing that's gonna happen regardless.
I think that's bad.
But it lets me live in a way that I'm not.
No, you don't have to. It doesn't have to. You can believe that and still be curious about it.
I know, but I don't.
That's not incompatible at all.
I don't think it's a. I don't think that that's something that's worth thinking about.
Because I feel the same way that I like whatever will happen. Que sera, sera.
Or
this is my mantra. Que sera, sera. Same thing. Exactly same thing. Yeah. And that doesn't mean that you can't be curious about what's going to happen.
Well, you can be. I'm just saying that my lack of curiosity about it, I think, is a nice shield from a lot of.
So you're afraid that you'll be scared by thinking about it.
I'm not afraid, but
you're afraid you'll be scared.
Without context.
You'll see.
Yeah. I just don't. I truly think that I am not curious about it.
It's just crazy. I just don't understand. I don't want to be negative, but I think it makes you an animal.
I'm curious about
it makes you like
if my head hurts really bad or something like that, or like I have a chest pain or something. There's a curiosity of like.
See, that's not what I'm talking about at all. So okay, so would you not be curious if somebody you knew died? Would you not be curious what their experience was?
Post-mortem?
Yes.
No.
You're not curious.
I only know about the plane that we exist on.
Yeah, you know about it. What you don't know about is what you're curious about.
But I've found that in the deaths that I have experienced in my life.
Can you list the things that you are curious about?
Yeah. I'm curious about how I'm curious.
I think you don't know what curiosity is.
I do. Well, maybe this is going to get to a place where we realize that I'm like.
I think you have I'm not even, okay, taking away and don't know. I think you have a different definition.
I'm curious about like how people will respond to things. I'm curious about how.
What does that mean?
Like, telling a story and how people react to it, or talking to someone, and I'm curious about what they are doing, or I'm curious about maybe in the wake of someone's death, I'm curious about how that person is doing.
So after they die, you're curious how they're doing?
No. I'm curious about someone who, like, if someone has died, my grandma dies, I'm curious about how my mom is feeling.
Okay.
In that instance,
Yeah. You're curious about what's going on inside the minds of other people.
Yes.
Which is even that's a more.
But I'm not a curious George, I don't think.
Yeah, which again I think is bad.
But yeah. I'm curious about what people have to say about stuff. But I'm not.
I just can't believe you. Like, I just don't understand. It's completely inconceivable to me. It's alien. We're not going to reach a consensus. I just don't understand.
But so your curiosity about death is pondering what like a potential afterlife.
I wonder what it's, or I just wonder what happens. I wonder if people who have near-death experiences, when they talk about feeling a rising up, if they're only feeling that because they experience, like they obviously didn't experience true death or whatever, right? I wonder if if you would feel that when you die. I wonder if like if time really does slow down like people say it does. I wonder if it feels like falling asleep, or if you just literally just cease to exist and there's nothing.
Well, I mean, so I guess I'm those, like the things that I can connect to there, the feelings that happen right before, like if you're driving on ice and your car for a second like skids out or whatever, and you get the adrenaline rush of that.
Yeah.
Like those feelings, the feelings all up into the lead-in of dying are interesting.
But you're shutting out the afterlife.
But afterwards, I don't care.
You don't have to like.
There's not a thing, because I feel so certain in living. This is a great way to start the joebox Junior talking box.
I know you went right into it.
Well, it was just.
You're more of a Neil deGrasse Tyson, is what I'm picking up here.
I'm going to distance myself from Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Well, you just are acting like him.
There's a video of me with Neil deGrasse Tyson. Have you seen that?
Well, you just said you're going to distance yourself from him. Now but you were at his private parties when he was doing all that stuff. But you have no interest in anything beyond your own physical experience and what your senses can perceive.
Well, because I feel,
and what we know.
I feel very certain.
What about aliens? You care about aliens? Life in the universe?
I would love to talk to one, but I'm not so curious.
You're never going to talk to one.
Well, no, I know, but I like that.
You're not curious. If the universe is so unimaginably large that there statistically must be life, you're not curious?
Well,
you don't wonder where it is or what it looks like?
No.
That's real. That's the laws of physics.
I can appreciate
that. That's supported by science fully.
I know, but the science isn't my deciding.
Then what is it? It's not a sandwich?
What?
You don't just do it day to day? You do anything outside?
Well, I just feel like a fulfilling life, the things that I need in order to feel whole, I feel like I have a very concrete grasp on what those in. I know the people and the things and the stuff that is important to making myself feel like I am in the right place and I'm doing the right thing. And I think anything beyond that isn't worth thinking about.
What? How can it not be worth thinking about? I would agree with you that it's not worth like losing sleep over, or like you know what I mean. But to not be curious, to not care.
It's more of a thing of because I don't think I could ever be fulfilled in an answer that I would get from seeking in that territory.
I'm not seeking. No one's seeking
for the answer. You're doing like formulations.
I'm climbing to the top of a mountain
and looking out for aliens,
for a spaceship.
This
is what I mean. Yeah, I'm not devoting any time to any of this stuff, but I am very curious about it.
Yeah, it's just not something that piques.
I'm curious about everything.
It's not something that piques my interest, I don't think. I mean, if anyone wants to say anything, I used to think when I was in like high school, I used to think like saying babe is so stupid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who cares? What's up, babe?
Yeah. Easy. It is weird in high school. I'll say that. I feel high school, but everything about a high school relationship is weird.
Yeah. Well,
that's
I think the only reason.
That's the point of a high school relationship, I think.
Yeah. My high school relationship is the same one. So it is transformed in this same container.
Isn't love beautiful?
It is beautiful. Well, I mean, that's back to my death thing of I'm like, it's all right here. I got my...
Yeah, dude, you got it all. So why not think a little bit about about the cosmos?
But I don't know what the good version is of post-death life. Or
You're
whatever.
afraid?
No, I don't know what. There's no part of like. I don't know what's good or what's bad in that thing. Like, I don't know if you want to. I don't personally want to be reincarnated. I don't want to live a different life. I love my life.
It sounds like you're Curious and afraid.
No, I'm not. I'm saying I'm so. It truly is something I don't think about. I can't say that. I can't say that enough.
I mean, just to be clear, I don't like sit around thinking about it.
Yeah, no, I know.
I'm just curious.
I remember I thought about it in like middle school.
Yeah, you ran through it all back then.
Yeah, I was like,
you got it
done.
all over with. Check that box.
Toss it over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and then in middle school, I used to think like the best version of death is you just get to do your life again. It just starts over and you're just living on the same, you just do the same thing and you don't realize.
No.
But I don't think
you
much
clearly
about,
don't know what's good and bad.
but
that's bad.
All I know is the like,
that's the samsara cycle, bro. That's what we're trying to escape.
In death, I feel like there's more of the like it's more about like an impact of, you feel when someone dies, the things that they have done still exist and they exist in that form. And I think that's all that I
for
need
you,
to think
yeah.
about.
Of course. I mean, again, of course it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And you'll never know. But, yeah, I don't know. We're not, I can't understand not caring, not be curious. We're not gonna reach a bridge.
Well, it's also funny how it's like, this whole thing is going to be me slowly getting curious about it by broaching it. But it's funny that we don't know, like everyone just assumes that everyone else is alive.
Yes, has a reality that yeah.
And I think that I often just assume that everyone thinks generally the way that I do.
I think everyone thinks like they do.
Yeah.
I think that's like
but that's also where people, like, I feel like you will say, like, you say I'm weird, and I don't think I'm weird. I think I'm very normal. I find in my mind, I think that the way that I think about stuff is.
This is we're getting to the reason you wanted me on to get me to admit that you're not weird.
Yeah, I think I'm normal. Whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. You can think that.
I mean, we can get into JoeBox Jr.
Yeah, should we do JoeBox Jr. and then put it at the front?
No, because I think people like to ride the line. Talkin Box will Welcome Down JG is sort of all about getting real. We're filling that Marin WTF void. So yeah, it was it's certainly the dirtiest play we've had in JoeBox thus far.
No.
100%. The other three were pretty respectful about rulings and about, there was never an attempt to skirt the rules.
Right. I thought in my mind, I want to get a laugh on almost every question.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be really hard to get a laugh on a number. I will make a funny number, like I said.
Well, yeah.
But then it ended up being a very good strategy.
Well, again, in trying to cheat, it established that it's like calling something unconstitutional, where it in the Supreme Court deeming, the whole thing with the Adams and Jefferson's judges.
Nope.
It was when John Adams was leaving office and Thomas Jefferson was about to take over. They were trying to appoint a bunch of judges right then and there so they could have their voice heard in the political sphere more. And then as soon as Thomas Jefferson came into office on the next day, there were a bunch of these they didn't send out a bunch of these appointments. They still had those. And Thomas Jefferson
I truly have not been paying attention to anything that you've been saying.
Adams wanted to appoint a bunch of judges on the last day before he stopped being president. Thomas Jefferson came in the next day and there were still some appointments. Are you listening? Come on. Dude,
I'm listening.
There were appointments that were not sent out yet, and Thomas Jefferson threw those away, and that made Adam's side of, what are they? fucking, I don't forget. Federalists? Yeah. They were all up in arms about that. So then it's what gave the Supreme Court power is the Supreme Court, they were challenging that Thomas Jefferson threw all of these away and they should be appointed judges. The Supreme Court said, what you just did is unconstitutional. Mm-hmm. So they let Jefferson throw them away, but they established the precedent that the Supreme Court can say whether or not something is constitutional, thereby making something law or not law.
Right.
So they gave themselves the power. Before that, the Supreme Court didn't have much power.
Got it.
This is a very long-winded way. I appreciate you like completely like physically just shutting down and not listening at all.
I think I get it.
By breaking the rules, you establish that there are rules in place.
That I already knew, that concept. That concept I was already familiar with.
But the community loves historical deep dives.
Here's what I'll say also is...
Especially retold very poorly.
I think it's pretty difficult to cheat on joebox unless, and this is why I thought this is a game where it's impossible to cheat. It's just about hilarity, respect, and accuracy. The only way you could cheat, I guess, is if you look something up for trivia or whatever. That, to me, is a way of cheating on joebox, but there's so few of those rounds, and it seems impossible to take your phone out, look something up.
Phone's not allowed.
But, again, I thought I was throwing it away. I didn't realize that I was in one of the only rounds in joebox history where each person is making a trust-based assessment of how to figure out who the winner is.
You did happen to play in one of the first games that was pretty much 50-50 objective and subjective.
Mm-hmm. Trust-based.
Well, yeah, we are. There are new rounds that are being put in place that have objective winners and losers.
Mm-hmm.
The precision biters is an example of that. Of there you either get it or you don't get it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, look, if anyone's seriously offended, I can understand how someone would be seriously offended by me cheating at a novelty game.
It's not a novelty game. It's a sport.
Cheating at a sport. I would say fair enough, and I'm happy to take whatever punishment or censure that the joke community deems apt.
We'll see what the community thinks about it, because I'm of the, and I've said this before, but I am of the belief that what happens within an episode cannot be, it's a slippery slope. It sets a bad precedent to go back into episodes, reappraise answers, and shift, the history of the game. In the same way that baseball aren't stripping records from people who hit home runs on steroids.
Right.
In the same way that, they're not taking away the Astros 2017 World Series.
You're saying I have immunity.
Not immunity, gemunity, but I am not ready on my own. I on my own will not strip a victory from you because it was a murky, right? Like, I'm not going to reappraise my own judgment call in the episode. De Blasio, I was coming home from school on the 6 train. I got off at Broadway Lafayette, and Bill de Blasio was there when he was running for mayor, and he was shaking people's hands outside the subway and handing out pamphlets.
Yeah.
And he handed me a pamphlet. I said, "I'm too young to vote, but you've got my attention." And he chuckled.
Wow.
That was a win for me. Getting a chuckle from de Blasio. I showed them.
I met a mayor on the street last night. The next mayor.
You met Zoran?
Yeah. I tell you about that?
No.
I was walking home.
You met him?
Yeah, met him on the street.
He's like, "Patrick."
No.
What's up, man?
I was walking home. It was my friend Mike's birthday. And Mike works at this art fair, and they
Mike D?
Yeah, Mike D.
Mike
works at this art fair. He keeps getting what's it called? It's called Light Strike. It's a hard Gatorade.
Okay.
And I was walking home, and I see him talking to like 2 people, and he's got his hat really low. But that damn smile, I knew it was him.
He's really got
He's really, dude. He's a beautiful man.
Yeah. If you put him in a different context, though, he does sort of have a smile where you're like, "Why are you smiling at me?" Like,
he has a very warm and inviting smile. It's too warm and inviting. I'll say. But he was also, I knew it was him because he was in a suit.
He did Marvel
Marvel
disguise.
hat, but then it was like, dude, that's like putting a hat on fucking Batman. I can see you in that damn suit.
The thing is, with Zoran, this is a little piece of advice for him.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be going to Mike D's birthday party.
He wasn't at Mike D's birthday party. He was on the street walking home with his friends.
Oh, got
and
it,
I think he might have been celebrating. I think he may have just heard the news that Eric Adams dropped out because the next day I saw the video on his Instagram.
Got it.
So,
and one thing about Zoran, he's got those videos.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Him and joebox, we both got the clips, man.
We should get. Honestly, the biggest fumble is when I met him. I turned around and went like, "I'm sorry, are you?" And he went, "Yes, I am." Shook my hand.
Oh, you did
and
the
then,
full stop.
Yep. I was like, dude, I was hammered.
Yeah.
I was hammered. Mike gave me these hard Gatorades. I'm walking down the street with like 3 packs of them in my arm.
You give him one?
I tried to. I was like, "Hey, buddy, you want one of these? It's hard Gatorade." And I made him laugh.
Nice.
That's a win for me.
Hey,
that's my Mera win.
You and me both making Mera's laugh.
Yeah, mine is a little bit more. Yours is like a sweet, cute story about a little kid. Mine is me being
I was like
fucking
16. I wasn't that cute.
Okay, that's not cute at all then.
Very handsome.
Yeah.
Charming for sure.
Mine is a little bit degenerate piece of shit.
But I think if you're an adult, you want it to be a more
Yeah, I think offering Zoran Mamdani, a Muslim man, alcohol is pretty funny.
Not only alcohol, but a hard Gatorade.
A hard Gatorade,
specifically feels super.
I think I offered it to his friends too, and everyone turned it down.
Well, I think he's probably you would be the perfect like hit on.
You think I would be a perfect assassin?
I'm saying like someone who looks like you, who's like, oh hey man, like you want one of these?
Yeah, you want one of these? Yeah, then it's spiked.
It's spiked with just like pure,
well, it was spiked with alcohol.
Yeah. Maybe
also light strikes, pretty good.
That's
Should try them. I think you would love these.
He got 0 on this silver bean round, which cratered his score. He would be right in it.
Yeah.
If he won and he actively tried to kind of poison me a little bit, which might have, I wouldn't say that affected the ruling because he knew he was safe in being able to fuck around.
Yeah.
But I would refer people to that sandwich round as whether or not I was being fair.
This is where it broke down. This is where he gave me an N.
What?
That's where he gave me an N. Was the sandwich round.
Gave you a what?
Gave me an N.
What does that mean?
And I had an N.
An in.
Yes.
Sounded like you were saying N.
What's the difference? In. Pen.
I say Wednesday.
That's how Wednesday.
Wednesday is how people want you to say it.
Who's people? Who the fuck cares about how I say Wednesday?
Wendy's. It's a South thing.
Wendy's?
The restaurant.
What about it?
Wendy's.
Wendy's.
I don't say it like
Pen. Fuck that shit.
Pen. I'm not.
Pen. People. I remember when I first moved to Boston.
No one is asking you to say pen like
yes, they are. When I first moved to fucking Boston, man,
Pen.
I was like, "Can you give me that pen?" And people would be like, "Did you say that pen?" Neil. Fuck Neil. Neil's always like, "Pen." It's pen. Man, shut up.
See, I'm not criticizing your parlance.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm just saying that's what people would have qualms with. It's I saw this. There's this new guy on the internet. I don't know if he's new. I just saw his videos. And he'll find people and will break down their voice and say where they're from.
Scary.
I think you would be pretty. I think that you have signs of where you're from.
Yeah, I took that New York Times fucking thing. And
that fucking New York Times thing.
Dude, it had me like, it was like almost to the zip code.
Let's do it. Me. That's a great Talkin Box thing.
The New York Times accent thing?
Yeah. New York Times dialect quiz.
How y'all use and you guys talk. God, this city needs to be obliterated.
New York?
Yeah.
Man.
How y'all use and you guys talk. Man.
Just being clever.
These guys sold the Iraq War.
No,
and then they did this.
It didn't happen.
Yeah, they did. And now I give them fucking $4 a month so I can play.
Dude, it won a
the
Peabody.
Mini crossword. Yeah, fuck the Peabodys too.
Okay,
I'll pee on your body. Why is it not working?
You know what I saw last night?
What?
Way of Water. I See You.
The Avatar movie?
Hmm?
You rewatched that?
They're re-releasing it in 3D. They did this when it came out 2 years ago. They re-release in October.
When is the new one coming out?
Christmas time. Christmas time. It's manifesting.
I thought that movie sucked.
Whoa! It's so good.
Just the actual like, it looked cool and the whales looked cool. Why are you outcast? That's pretty good. You know those kids are white?
They're all white. It's
crazy.
Except for Zoe.
So I'm allowed to do that. Why are you outcast?
Why are you outcast? Why are you gay?
I say that to my dog all the time. Why are you outcast? At the dog park. Everyone's looking
to
at
another dog.
a
by
dog
himself.
comes up to me. I grab his hand and I close my eyes. It's hand. That movie was just so much like, okay, there are 4 kids. We're supposed to care about all these kids. And Spider. Spider's the only one you care about because he's human.
You are a Navi hater, bro.
I like the idea of watching those movies and being like,
I don't care about those blue freaks.
Spider.
Yeah. You get more Spider? He's human.
Jake, you know he's more important.
What? I want the humans to win.
Well, obviously don't want the humans to win. But that movie was so much just like, okay, there are 4 kids. Now these 2 are on the boat, and then the other 2 are going to go rescue those kids. No, but then those kids are on the boat, and the other ones get out. And it's like, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, it's so good. It's so tense. It's just like, fuck. They're trapped now. They have to go back, and it's just like, oh, it's good. The last hour of that movie is so good. The action is so. It's like James Cameron's whole thing is he just has this like screenwriting machine that he's had since the 80s, where it's like the first hour is just going to be like all set up, and him just introducing all this stuff, and then the last hour is just going to be nonstop like action.
I just didn't really
crazy stuff. It's cool, man. It's definitely. I saw it in IMAX 3D, so that was definitely like.
The thing. My only connection to talk about movies that are on my iPod, the only connection I really had in the first one was that guy plays the guy in Dodgeball. The skinny.
Oh, Norm. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. He looks like a Norm.
Yeah.
He's the guy in. He's like the team manager in Dodgeball, who then plays and falls in love with the
Missy Pyle.
Yeah. Slavic woman.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's good.
I think it's just like a movie.
Norm Splegman.
Movies like that where it's so like when it is just full CGI world.
Yeah. It's a lot of buy-in.
It'll look cool, but I'm a little bit like it's just I don't care about it as much as a movie where it's like people acting with one another.
It's so awesome. I love it. It's just so amazing. It's like it feels like you're in this world. It's beautiful. Everything looks so cool. The music, you just kind of, it's like with Lord of the Rings or Dune, where you kind of just have to like give yourself up to it and just be like, this is what I'm watching right now is like the most important thing I could possibly be looking at. And then you just then you have fun with it.
Yeah. I mean, just like Dune has, like, I love Dune and Lord of the Rings is really good. But again, it's like, it's people acting with one another. I'm just saying when
Lord of the Rings is people, dude, hobbits, elves.
Bro, you know nothing
dwarfs,
about hobbits, bro.
Orcs. Jesus Christ.
And Lord of the Rings I didn't watch until like semi-recently. I feel like that was like 22 that I first watched that.
Sure.
Avatar, I just don't give a shit about the world that
Pandora.
they've made. Like I want the Na'vi to win, but it's just like, okay, the only thing I liked in that movie was the kid with the whale. I thought that was cool.
When there's like crazy looking fish swimming around, you don't think that's cool? When the different avatars have tails that help them swim faster, with the little like fish things that they have the harness built in, you can like grab onto it, and you don't think that's cool?
I would be more interested.
It's just so many. It's like a guy. It's such a movie that was clearly written by a guy who did a bunch of acid in the 70s.
I would be more interested in like.
It's awesome. The thing with
it's the same thing like Game of Thrones. Like I've watched a bunch of videos that are just talking about like the lore and the history of all the shit. And I watched the show late. I've never read one of the books, but I like learning about all the stuff in it. Like I think that part is interesting with it. I would almost feel the same way there of like, if it was like, this is what, a 20-minute Alt Shift X, that guy. Like a video like that about the Na'vi, I would be like, oh, maybe that's interesting.
That's what they did with the new movies, is that James Cameron like assembled a writer's room, and for like before they even started, he's like said this in interviews, like for like months before they even started writing the script for any of the new movies, they just like built out the world and like the everything that the gods and all this like crazy shit. It's cool, man. You know what's cool though, really, in Avatar? The Way of Water, the thing they do with the bad guy, where he dies and they put his body in an avatar. That's awesome. It's so cool. It's so crazy.
I just don't think there's anything. It's not. I don't think that I don't think that the story of the movies, either one, is anything special. Like, I don't think it's nothing new.
Jomunity, come get your mans hating on Avatar.
I also think that it's one of those, like, they make billions and billions of dollars, and it doesn't, like, no one really
box office gym.
No one gives a shit about it after the fact.
Like, yeah, but that's kind of the fun. Is like, it's just like
the best Avatar thing I've seen is the John Wilson episode.
There we go.
That's better than any Avatar movie.
That's insane.
No.
You think the episode of TV is better than any Avatar movie?
100%.
That's so crazy. What are you talking about?
I think that is a more interesting and human and emotional and whatever.
But it's different. That's like saying, like, I think an episode of The Office is better than any episode of, like, Lord of the Rings.
Pretty much every episode of The Office.
Any episode where Dwight talks about Lord of the Rings is better than Lord of the Rings. That's just a crazy comparison to make.
First of all, different, because it's documentary versus a sitcom.
The Office is a documentary.
Mockumentary. I think that episode of John Wilson is better than those movies, because it's not.
That's
like
crazy. You think an episode of a 20-minute TV show is better than a beautiful 3-hour movie, a visual feast for the senses?
I would say that I don't think that, like, it's
that's a hot take. That's a crazy take.
I would put most episodes of The Office over it pre-season 8, like until Michael leaves.
Over Avatar?
100%.
In terms of what, though? In terms of objective, like, this is better.
Subjective is my own view of it.
Sure.
But
I respect that.
In terms of,
if there was, like, a person who had never seen a movie or TV show before, would you be like, this episode of John Wilson,
I think that this
is better than, this is a more artistic achievement than what James Cameron
artistic
did.
Achievement, 100%.
That is insane.
No, because
that's crazy.
The artistic achievement of Avatar is purely technical.
That's artistic, and they think of all this stuff. There's people making all this beautiful
achievement
stuff
in terms of a creative, in terms of a piece of media that is, like, I would say it's more interesting. It's funnier. I would say
I guess
I would say interesting. I would say that is a more interesting piece of media than either of the Avatar movies.
But what is interesting? What does that even mean? Because now
you're learning about these
semantics.
You're learning about these. You're learning about these people who are so affected by this movie that kind of sucks.
This is a crazy.
Crazy take. And I like to dig in my heels and do it, but I fully believe that.
That's insane. You don't actually believe that.
I 100%
That's
believe
crazy. That's crazy.
That's a crazy episode of television.
Oh my God. It's fine. It's like,
it's incredible.
John Wilson. It's like, it's whatever.
No. I think
John Wilson is mid.
Don't do that. I'll cut that out.
John Wilson mid.
I see him all the time. I've never spoken to him, but his shit is cool.
You got to tell him, dude, I think it's better than Avatar. Oh, thanks.
I feel strongly about that. I think that John Wilson is a better artist than James Cameron.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's a terrible take. John Wilson is better than James Cameron
at making movies.
Now you're just saying shit.
I believe that. I mean, I just
don't believe that.
I believe that.
Look at. That's crazy. I can't even argue that, because that's just such an insane thing to say. All of James Cameron's filmography is less than all the stuff that
I haven't seen
John
T2, but done. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I just don't think that's that.
You got to go to Low Cinemas, man, and let him know.
I know.
Apparently he, like, sells popcorn there.
I've heard
he,
that.
like, works a concession. What's that all about?
I didn't even know it was open.
I've never been. And I probably will never go.
Shout out to John Wilson.
Fuck you, John Wilson. Don't really want to spend $20 to watch a vampire in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an interesting idea. It's just I mean, with movies, with media, it's just a matter of what you connect with more.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
Macklemore's better than Kendrick Lamar.
That's crazy.
I think he deserved the win.
I mean, you bring up an interesting point of like what connects with you, because you're saying this as someone, as like an artist, as someone who runs around with like a video camera and makes sort of the same type of thing as John Wilson.
Sort of. A little different.
But I think that's where this like appreciation for that episode is coming from. It's like, wow, this guy like did that. Like he put himself into this work of art and
process
made
of
it himself.
Those things.
I think that's what is appealing to you. Is like you could kind of see the behind the scenes of him doing all that.
But
and
I
you're
think
like,
at the same time, like
I
when
like that.
something like that is part of the conceit of it is that it's this guy with a camera. Like it doesn't. I would say that's true with pretty much anyone. You don't need to care about making stuff because it's this guy holding the camera and you can hear him talking over the camera.
But then, if you watch like Avatar, you don't have that same feeling for like the filmmakers who like did all that, who like filmed these actors in like mocap suits and like a black, and then like put all this technology on top of them. Like you don't think most people can appreciate it that way and be like, wow, they did that shit. That's what I like about those movies. I'm like, that's crazy that they made this from like nothing. That's like insane.
To me, that is less of a I think to me that is less of a it means less to me, I would say. The idea that like we've got 500 people together to use computers in order to turn the dots on Zoe Saldana acting into dots on this blue character, and then did a million layers of shading over it. Like it's the same thing with like someone who's amazing at.
But it's all coming from like they're not making like it's all coming from like a vision. Like all of that is in service of something that people wrote, and
I think it's harder for me to, I mean, auteur stuff is always questionable, but it's harder for me to be like, wow, James Cameron did such an amazing job with that, when so much of that is like on the backs. It's just a million people working on a thing. It's like at the same time, I don't play video games and think like about the mastery that went into making the video game. I don't play that many video games, but like the technical elements of something don't mean as much to me as like cutting footage and sound and music together in order to create something that makes you feel a certain way. I think at its core is more interesting than.
But they do that in
generating shit with computers.
They do that in Avatar. It's just like on a bigger scale. Well, but you're saying that it like detracts almost for you, is the fact that so many people worked on it.
Well, not detracts, but I'm just saying it does. I don't have I don't feel a connection to great special effects.
Okay.
And I like art
at all, really.
Well, sometimes it's cool when it looks really cool or whatever, but it's like I like like the little creatures that they make in Steve Zissou in Life Aquatic, I find to be more interesting than any creature in the Avatar movies, because it's like this thing that fits this world so perfectly. It's like this, and you can see the edges and the creases.
I mean, they do that in Avatar too. I think you need to rewatch Avatar, because that's kind of what you're describing. That's all that Avatar is. I'm like James Cameron made a little doodle of like a monkey thing and was like, make that, and then they like put it in the movie.
But I'm saying more that like in Life Aquatic, the like tiger, the leopard shark or whatever, or the little fish that he picks up, it's not. You can look at that and be like, that's not real, but it serves the vision and the sensibility and the vibe of the movie.
I think you can say that exact. I don't think anyone's watching Avatar and being like, that's real.
But the mastery in doing it is that you're making these things that aren't real into real things, and that doesn't have the draw to me, the same draw.
I'm lost. I feel like that's literally you're describing. We have to move on. This is such a like you have a crazy hill that you're dying on, and I feel like anything I say is not gonna.
I just don't like those movies. Is really what it comes down to, and I'm trying
to.
Yeah. Why are you Outcast?
Haven't even talked box yet.
We haven't talked box at all.
Yeah. The one on today's episode, which is actually not that much of a mind blower.
The one of you walking into my house. The one. It's kind of crazy that we haven't talked about that yet. That was fucking crazy.
Yeah. See, I just love as soon as you said it scares, I was like, okay, prank mode.
Yeah.
The best thing that I can do is I know Alex has a spare key to your house.
Yeah.
I asked him, and then I consulted your girlfriend.
Yes.
And then I said, can I please borrow your keys? And then we met at a restaurant where she was picking up an order.
Yeah, tacos.
Yeah, she was getting tacos, and she was like, whatever you do, please don't scare Clancy, blah, blah, blah. Like what plan do you have? And I was like,
I think she knew that it was a thing. I said, don't scare the dog.
Yeah.
I think she was trying to make sure that you were not going to get. She
said, I heard you'll be disqualified if you scare the dog, which I wasn't.
And he's a shy.
He's very shy and he's very protective of you.
Yes, he is
which I should have, in hindsight, I should have showed up with a treat.
I was thinking if you showed up with a really big bone.
Yeah.
Type it like just one of those like.
And yeah, I'm. Not to give away where you live. You live really close to a pet store.
Yes, I do live very close to a pet store, and they're great.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a dog where seeing a stranger in the house because we don't have people over all the time.
Right.
And especially without one of us there.
Right.
That's when he goes like, I need to, what the fuck is going on? Like,
yeah. In the video that I cut out how scared his barks were.
Yeah. No, he immediately went to like alert barks, or pretty quickly went.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's also cute that he was waggy at first.
Yeah.
And then he like
in the video you see he's like excited to see me.
Yeah.
But then I think he saw in my eyes the scary intent.
Yeah, he knew that you were out to attack.
I was there to scare you. Yeah.
I really think if you just were there with treats, you would have made it to the bathroom, I think.
Then I also would have still got a video of you nude.
Yes. I think what we ended up getting was powerful and good.
The worst part about it was whatever you were watching was some kind of radio thing, right? Or you were listening to something.
I think I was just on like TikTok or YouTube.
Yeah,
shorts.
Whatever you were watching sounded like you were taking a phone call. So I was like, oh shit. He's on the fucking phone. Do I back out right now? And then Clancy started barking, and I just remember looking at him going like,
yeah. No. You had a full Joe Pesci Home Alone.
Yeah.
Except if Macaulay Culkin was a small little dog.
You ran out of the bathroom nude.
Yeah, but
I've seen your penis today.
Yeah. I'm not. It's what I've no insecurity about.
Yeah.
Running out in
I
that
saw
state.
your penis for 7 to 10 minutes.
No, I was covering it. I think.
Not really. At a certain point, you were holding Clancy and just you were picking stuff up. So I saw a lot of you today.
I'm not like. It's. I think when you walk into someone's house unannounced, I think you are. In doing that, you are abandoning. If you walk into someone's house and they are on the toilet, and you're like, "What the fuck? You're on the toilet." You can't be like, "You can't." That doesn't make any sense.
No, I mean, you were also. I left out. You were getting ready to take a shower.
Yes, I had put.
Which is weird. It would be weird if you were just nude pooping.
Oh, totally. Yes, the shower is an important key. I had put in my Kiehl's Magic Elixir.
Yeah,
which is oil that I put in my hair because I think it's supposed to be good.
Yeah,
I have a dry scalp.
I know about this. I think my girlfriend uses this.
I've always had one, and I don't know how to fix it. But and this stuff barely works.
Yeah,
but it feels like I'm putting nutrients in my hair that are.
It tracks.
Yeah, but you have to let those sit for 10 minutes or whatever. You put it in.
Oh, so you're sitting there on the toilet nude.
I put those in. I poop.
Yeah, which is a crazy poop. You showed me the poop. I didn't really. I honestly, not a guy that likes to see pictures of poop.
It's only again because of the context. Like if it wasn't, it added to the strange scariness of the situation.
Yeah.
Of me doing that, because that's not what my poop is normally like.
Yeah.
I'm usually a pretty consistent, normal pooper, and that was, for lack of a better term, that was a mound.
Yeah.
So to be doing that, and then your dog starts freaking out.
Yeah. Because
it's a lot of things
that you... It's the scaredest I've ever heard you, I think.
Well, again, I'm getting...
And I was going to show up in that bulletproof vest and the ski mask.
Yeah, I mean, that...
I was going to... Have you ever seen the movie Dragged Across Concrete?
No.
I've never seen it, but Cameron showed me a picture of what the villains look like in that.
That's what you were going for.
I was going to show up with that and the gun. And I was like, wait a minute, I should show up as me because Clancy likes me now.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Just not in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a combo of a lot of things that I didn't want to be happening at that time. I didn't want to be having a poop like that. And in my mind, he's like, it's a pretty clean house. I mean, I don't know how clean it looks in the video, but it's like...
You said you thought that he was being ingested by a parasite?
Or just, I thought he was like in such unspeakable amounts of pain that he's like freaking out about something. He's caught under a thing. He's, or he sees a rat or something like that.
Also, I'm like, oh shit, he's on the phone in the bathroom. Normal. I've taken a phone call in the bathroom before. You turning the corner completely nude. It was the funniest situation it could have been. I really wish I got the video.
Yeah, I mean,
because
it's really, as soon as it happened, I was aware that I've never been got so good in my life. Like, and it's funny that like, when I sent out the scare thing, I was trying to think of what are the creative ways of doing it, and it makes sense that hiding in my house or walking into my house is the easy one.
See, originally I was supposed to have Alex take you out with Clancy.
Alex sent me a text that was like, do you want to have dinner or do you want to have lunch? Do you and Clancy want to have lunch with me?
Yeah.
And it was really close to me sending out the thing.
Yeah.
And that sent off alarm bells in my head.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a weird thing to ask.
I know. See, I knew Alex would have kind of given it away. No disrespect to Alex. Love you, Alex. But he was like, as soon as he texted me and said, Joe's being really difficult, I was like, he blew it.
Yeah.
No disrespect. Alex is not a very sneaky person. I'm saying this because Alex is just a good guy. It's kind of impossible for him to lie to you.
He's an easy guy to read in a situation like that.
Right. I think in terms of pranksters within our crew.
Like, if Alex is upset with you or he's sad about something, you can tell.
Yeah.
He wears his heart on his sleeve.
Yeah.
So him being like, yeah, I miss Clancy. We can sit outside somewhere. And the reason I didn't go through with it was I thought the prank was going to be someone trying to take Clancy, and I was like, I'm not fucking doing that.
Yeah, well, that would be scaring the dog. You told us explicitly not to.
I know, but I was thinking like maybe it's a incredibly disrespectful play.
Yeah.
That building also where they would like people would sometimes throw parties on that roof, which was a funny thing because you could go up and like pretend like you were supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And not even for like partying, but that was where Neil and I did a thing where we would go up to people and be like, is this DJ Mouse in the house? Because they had a DJ. And no one thought it was funny. No one liked that joke. That was always my favorite kind of, like, I'm not a going out type.
No, yeah.
But like, I I visited my friend in California during college, and he like hung out with like a bunch of dudes. Like it was just like super kind of down the middle standard, like
bro.
The idea of dudes going to college in California.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, like, hey, like, dude, we're going to a club tonight. Like, you want to come to this club?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I guess so. Sure.
Yeah.
And I was just, I was just like, I'm gonna give into the experience.
Yeah. Just let the tide carry you.
So then the thing that I started thinking was really funny is it's all the dudes are like short, but wearing like a white shirt and it's tight, and they're all there to try to fuck chicks or whatever, which is again a foreign world. Like that's very strange to me to be in a place that's purely, a mating ground or whatever. Yeah. So then the thing I started doing was I would go up to people, like dudes who were doing that, and I'd be like, and then they would look at me, and I was very drunk, obviously. And I would go like, like just asking for high fives. And that was a very funny experience because I think I'm goofy, but I'm big. And it was the thing where they're sort of, and they're still trying to act cool.
Yeah, they don't want to be pulled out of.
So then they slowly, like some of them would just ignore me, and then some of them would go like, and then give me a high five. And then
I was just at a wedding this past weekend. Mm-hmm. My wife's friend from high school. So I was like, I didn't know. I knew maybe one or two people there, and not well. Yeah. And I got really, really drunk.
And did you let it
I
rip?
I was talking to everybody. And I some people were not super receptive.
Yeah.
And I remember I was very fucked up, and I remember at the end I was in we were in like the groomsmen like hotel room suite.
Sure.
And I was talking to somebody that I don't know who it was. I did not talk to him at all the whole night. This was like the last thing before we left, and I passed out. And I was just telling him that I don't even remember if someone said that they had one or I definitely didn't go into the bathroom, but for some reason I was really focused on the fact that this hotel suite had a clawfoot bathtub. And I was telling this guy over and over, I kept saying to him, man, you need to really appreciate being in this hotel room because it's not every day you're going to get to bathe in a clawfoot bathtub.
It was the groom you were talking to?
No, it was some guy, some random guy.
You really don't know who that person.
I have no clue who it was. A guy who seemed younger than me, but I did not know who he was. And I could tell that he was kind of annoyed. And so I was doubling down, and trying to pull through to the other side and just make myself laugh.
Yeah.
And so I was just over and over saying to him, dude, a clawfoot bathtub. And I was like, in the moment, it's one of those things where you're drunk and you're just not, again, just no filter, no cognizance at all that
it's fun.
And then the next morning I was like, why the fuck did I do
Yeah.